Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna start off with the caveat to this. Well, a couple caveats. One, my daughter's still stuck down in Puerto Rico. I had to cancel her flight today. Don't know when she's coming back, so I'm a bit distracted thinking about that. She's fine. She's in good hands. It's just the uncertainty of when is she going to be able to make it back that it's kind of like a little agitation under my skin just because I don't like uncertainty. So there's that. The second caveat is I've kind of already indicated in other videos that I probably won't go see this on the big screen. I'm not super pumped about it. I mean, it looks like it'd be okay to watch, but it's not anything that I'm really just like super eager to see for a number of reasons. One is I found out that sort of the underlying theme of this is like female feminist empowerment stuff, and I suspect that the narrative might be pretty heavily anti-male sort of thing, and I don't like it. I don't like that sort of agenda-driven type story. Well, it's not even, I mean, to me, it's like it puts agenda ahead of story, and that really grates on my nerves. I may be wrong. It might just be rumor. um, but I mean, it's not enough to completely turn me off from watching it at all. I'm just not super compelled to go see it in the theater. But also, you know, Harley Quinn, she's just, like I've said before, she's not really my favorite. Margot Robbie does fine playing her because that's the material she's got to work with. But Harley Quinn would get on my nerves back in the animated TV show. I mean, after a while, it was just like, oh my gosh, you are so annoying. And it kind of, she didn't agitate me terribly in Suicide Squad, but a little bit. Like after a while, by the time the movie was done, I was glad I didn't have to see her anymore or like hear her voice, you know, Mr. J. I get so tired of that. I don't know. Some things just rub me wrong. And her character is one of those characters. But, you know, I'll still probably watch it, just most likely not on the big screen. But, you know, the new trailer dropped today. And I just realized I'm on the Warner Brothers UK channel. But it's probably the same trailer, so I'm pretty sure. I mean, it came out the same day. It's got to be the same trailer. So I'll go ahead and check it out now.
Can I help you?
Why, yes, Ken. I'm here to report a terrible crime.
And what terrible crime is that?
This one. Ah, shit. I told this all wrong. Quick history lesson. This all started when the Joker and I broke up. It was completely mutual.
Okay.
And soon enough, I was back on my feet.
Yeah.
Ready to embrace the fierce goddess within.
Oh, gosh. Oh, come on. He's not worth it. He's, well, maybe they're made for each other.
I'm about to learn that a lot of people want me dead. Hello? And at the top of that list is this guy. I'm so peaceful, but it turns out that wasn't the only Dane in Gotham looking for emancipation. He's after all of us. We can't just rob him. You betrayed him. You killed his BFF. What? You're so cool. You never. And you're dumb enough to be building a case against him. So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant death, we're gonna have to work together. Sure.
Oh, who's that girl? She reminds me of some. I've seen her before.
Psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for. Yeah. Are we ready?
Okay. She's so stupid. God.
Oh shit! Is that a hyena in a Bruce after that hunky Wayne guy.
Okay. All right, let's see. There's nothing else. Okay, yeah, it is for sure done. Okay. Trailer wasn't too bad. 2 minutes, 20 seconds approximately. So, a little past the general 2 minute mark that I think, is what designates a short and a long trailer. But I feel like it flowed pretty well. We know what's up. The first trailer that I saw, I didn't get what was really going on. Like, I didn't know why they had to try to protect the kid or something like that. But if that's the same kid, now it's been a while since I saw the first trailer. If that's the same kid, they're after her because she stole something from. Is that the same kid? Ugh, my memory is so bad on this sort of stuff, you guys. It's just sometimes it goes right in and right out. Anyway, so they all have their various beefs. Well, he has various beefs with them because they did something. Doesn't sound like it was necessarily unwarranted. Maybe the stealing part, but there's a prosecutor that's prosecuting him because he's up to no good. Sounds like, obviously, but sounds like all these girls have been up to no good. So it's like, they're a bunch of like anti-hero type characters here going up against a bad guy. Now, I did see talk earlier, all this excitement of the fact that his that his mask was revealed. They showed it so briefly. It was just it was there and then it was gone. So I didn't really get a super good look at it, except for a screenshot freeze frame type thing that I had seen before I even watched this. Now, I don't know much of anything about the Black Mask. I think that's his name, his bad guy name, Black Mask. The only thing I knew, or that I think I knew, was that for this movie they made him gay. And so I guess his original character isn't gay, so I don't know why they did that for this. That's just another one of those things they do where they switch stuff up that to me makes no sense, really. But that's all I really know about this guy. I have no idea what his capabilities are. He seems like he's some sort of like a crime lord type thing. Is that what he is, or does he have any type of powers? Because it doesn't really seem to me like anyone in here has any real supernatural type powers. Unlike some of the characters in Suicide Squad, unless I'm just not super familiar with the characters that I'm looking at, which is very, very possible because I'm not in the know as far as little detail information about some comic book stuff that we see in these movies because it's been so long since I read them. So, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I'm not quite getting when it comes to understanding the different, nuances about each character and the storyline. I don't know if this is a storyline that comes from the comics or what, but I guess that's something that I'll probably find out at some point. Maybe someone will comment here and let me know more detailed stuff. Now, I do believe, I think I already knew that the Huntress is in here, the chick with the crossbow. They don't have her looking at all like how she did when I read her comics. Now, they may have changed her up some. I don't even know if her comics are even still in. I mean, does she even still have her own sort of little comic? When I used to read it, it was a little like a mini comic at the end of the Wonder Woman issue. And that's how I became introduced to Huntress. And she had on this purple, like leotard sort of outfit, like no sleeves and a cape, and she wore a mask and she had a crossbow. And one of the things I specifically remember about her character was like a little one of her little mini comics was a storyline of her duking it out with Lion Mane because, well, he had beaten up her mother pretty badly or something like that, and so she got into this fight with Lion Mane there in the prison because he was in prison at the time, and he beat the ever-living daylights out of her. And that was the last I I didn't really find out a conclusion to this comic until a bit later because for whatever reason I didn't have access to the next. So, you know, that really troubled me. It was on my mind a lot because I was a kid when I read this, and you know, I see this, you know, the good guy character is getting her butt handed to her literally by this bad guy who's like 2 or 3 times bigger than her. And I do believe, I think I finally did see the resolution. She defeated him, but I can't remember how. Anyway, that was a tangent. But that's my exposure to Huntress. There was another little storyline of Huntress where a friend of hers got killed, like on a train or something like that. But I don't remember a whole lot about her, some of the stories I read, but I remember her and that she is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, and you know, and I always really liked her character. She looked cool to me at the time. But she was in the Birds of Prey show, which I watched a little bit of, but they've never really replicated her costume in anything that I've seen so far. It would probably look pretty silly if they tried to. You know, I'm not sure how you know, effective it would really be. I mean, it might be more comical than anything else if they actually tried to replicate her. Because it's pretty hard to take a comic book character costume and transfer it onto the, you know, the live action sort of adaptation without it looking really cheesy and ridiculous. But okay, another tangent. Anyway, whatever. If, you know, I was going to say if I watch this, that's not really a question. I will see it. Just probably not until a bit later. But Huntress, I remember Huntress being sort of like a draw for me. The main reason I wanted to check it out was to see how she was represented in this story. So I guess we'll find out. The other women that were in there, you know, Harley's other little sidekicks, I don't know who they are, but I'm sure someone probably does know, and I'm sure they are somebody already established in the comic book, you know, the DC storyline, but I'm just quite unaware. But I guess I'll find out whenever I get around to watching it. So, okay, I guess that's all for now, you guys. I feel like I've gone on and on about it, but didn't mean to, but you know, that's how it is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up for now. Bye.